Hi, my name is Tyler Wanger, and for my small business proposal, I created a company called Sports Synergy. And what Sports Synergy is a high school statistics company where we keep track of all high school sports teams and their statistics. So essentially taking what we currently do at the college level down to the high school level so that all the student athletes and all the coaches, they have their career and individual statistics throughout their whole season and throughout their entire careers. So the mission of Sports Synergy is basically to provide a complete, comprehensive analysis of all statistics for each sport and to, again, bring what we're doing at the college level and even what pro sports teams have down to the high school level so that the student athletes can really track their progress and see how well they're doing. So what Sports Synergy is, it's a service where we are going to the games, we're keeping track of the stats, and then we are then printing them out and providing them to the coaches or putting them online so that they can be stored there. And we would, again, print out box scores at the end of each half, quarter, and game and provide them to both coaches, which would actually kind of be of a marketing ploy so that we could, if there's a coach or a team that's not currently working with us, they would see the product that we have and possibly be interested and then want to work with us. And then something that I'm passionate about and I think would be really nice to bring to high school sports is live stats. We have that right now with Millersville Athletics. You go to millersvilleathletics.com, click on a few links, and it takes you to the updated statistics page of the game, which is really helpful for parents or grandparents who don't have the ability to get to the game but still want to follow the game and follow it completely to see every detailed play and to see what's going on. The nice thing about this business is there's not a lot of financial costs, especially to me, especially to start the business. Right now I have the software, I've got a personal computer with the software on it to go tomorrow out to a sporting event to stat it and to provide the service that I'd like to provide. So there's really not a lot of cost that I'm going to need to put out in the beginning to get this started, which means that I don't have to get a loan or anything, which is definitely helpful in terms of getting the business started and getting the ball rolling. Also, since the area that I'm targeting, which is mostly the Lancaster and Lebanon area, but also kind of the surrounding region of central Pennsylvania, is fairly close to where I live currently, so there's not going to be a lot of costs in terms of traveling from school to school if I do try to do this. So in general, the finances are going to be pretty minimal in terms of expenses, and so hopefully that can create a lot of revenue and a lot of gain for me. And the future plans where I'd like to see this go is all the schools using that college level statistics program down at the high school level so that there's more fluidity between high school and college athletics where college coaches or high school student athletes can use it as a recruiting strategy to show college coaches what they've done in high school, what they've produced, and who they've produced against. So yeah, and I again would like to provide live stats and even live video coverage depending on how the business goes in the future so that people don't have to be at the game but still can follow its progress. And that also provides us with different sponsorship opportunities, which I'll get to later. So how it works. What we do is it'd be myself and somebody else, or if the business grows and I have different employees under me, we would go to the game, we stat the game, we follow everything, track everything down, put it into the program, and then at each half or at each quarter and at the end of the game, we print out a box score, provide it to the coach or both coaches so that they would have the actual full detailed statistical coverage of the event. And we could do that throughout a season or throughout a career, and then when that's done we'd be able to print that information out for the coaches. But also the nice thing is using a web domain on the internet to store all career statistics, individual statistics, season statistics, which are comprehensive and also interactive, so you can go and click on different things and generate different reports, which again is going to be really helpful for high school student athletes, but also college coaches who are looking at different athletes that they're trying to recruit. So some of the goals and the objectives. The nice thing is, again, not a lot of costs if I wanted to, and this is something that I am considering as a possibility, especially after talking to some of the coaches in the area who may be interested, is this is something I legitimately could do. So my short-term goal is, if I do try to do this, just to get some clients, get my foot in the door, build a good reputation, practice, see what the industry's like, because right now there's not a lot of other competitors or even anything like this going on. So really just getting my foot in the door and starting to try and get clients and to build a good reputation. And then eventually I'd like to expand, see if we can get into multiple teams in a league, see if we could even take over an entire league where we're studying every game within the league, or, building regionally or even on a national scale, maybe more of a long-term goal. So just kind of building the business and seeing how it grows. But what my ultimate goal is to revolutionize high school sports, because right now the way it works is coaches are having student managers, or newspaper reporters are coming in, they're keeping track of the stats, and in my opinion that's just not good enough. And I think we can definitely do better at the high school level of keeping really good stats and making the game better and making the experience better for both the student athletes, the coaches, and just everybody involved. So right now, as I kind of touched on earlier, there's not really a market for sports statistics at the high school level. There's two companies, Digital Scouts and also Max Prep Sports, or Digital Sports, sorry, who they do something kind of like this, but not really. Digital Sports is more of a live TV thing where they do it, I know, a lot in Texas, where football is extremely popular, so a little more money there, and kind of a live coverage of high school sporting events. What Max Preps does is they receive all their information and then store it there. So high school coaches will send in statistics from a game, or the newspaper reporters will send them in, and they kind of store them there for people to use. But I visited their site quite frequently, and it's not as interactive or as user friendly as it should be, which is something I think we need, especially for individual schools, and just makes it easier to break down and go through. So there really is no history of this industry, and especially within Lancaster, Lebanon, and kind of, again, this central Pennsylvania area, there's nothing like this being done. So it is unique in terms of we can't look at what different companies have done or what other companies have been doing. So it'll just be interesting to see, what does develop. But also, there are plenty of high school sports teams in the area, and there will always be high schools, students going to school. So this is an industry that has a lot of longevity and could provide, great consumer base. So the different contract possibilities, basically there's 4 different levels, and each level gets, more expansive in terms of what service we provide. The freshman package is the basic package, and then the sophomore package you move up into different levels, and finally what you get to with the junior package and the senior package, where senior package we're providing everything, live stats, and we're going to be at every single event during the season. So the way we have it tailored is the senior package actually ends up being cheaper for the user in terms of if you would pay for the freshman package for every year. So we try, and the way we have it set up, I'm trying to get more people to use the senior package. So what's next? We just gotta get out word of mouth, talk to some coaches again, build a client base, start doing this and actually seeing if this will work, and seeing what the opportunities are, but also marketing, spreading it through word of mouth, using social media, advertising in different local newspapers or local magazines or something like that. But then the biggest thing is just to sell, trying to find clients, trying to find people who are interested and want to help out. And then expand and be innovative. I think this is really important because this isn't being done right now, so I kind of feel like this is being innovative. And if this does work and if it is a success, we're going to have to continue to be innovative in the future so that we don't get stagnant with our clients, but that we're providing their needs currently, but also future needs that they may need. So it will be interesting to see what happens if I do try this, but it should be something that definitely should be interesting. So that is Sports Synergy, the high school sports statistic business.